Now, Lucent Esports, they have a much more difficult task to win this grand final. Not only do they need to win 2 maps in a row to beat Fable, now they also need to win another match. Following that, it is down to the crowd, it is down to the Twitch chat whether they think that's possible. We're going into Forge Blitz, and it's going to be another intense map, I'm sure of that. More laughs, perhaps, from Darko as well. But Lucent, they also need to be positive where they possibly can. Keep a close eye on that control tower. Lucent Esports have performed very well up there, but now they've got 2v2 shotguns against arguably even better players in this scenario. Well, we saw them in EGL Sheffield on this map. They did a great job against Supremacy, and also in the last series, they did a great job against Supremacy. Sorry if Fable said so on this map. And it's going to need a little bit of magic from the likes of Cougar's Fractures. They do take down Marsh, Krace, and Hydrone. Well played. And he's in the back there, Phelpsy, and he takes it down. We're seeing 4 down now from Fable. This is a great opportunity for Lucent, and Krim goes down as well. This is a brilliant opportunity for Lucent. They need to capitalize. They need to do it fast. Marsh coming out. All out war of shotguns now, war of attrition. Cougar's bouncing as fast as he can, trying to take every opportunity to shoot the enemy in the face. Totty with a double. Crazed answers back. 10-second respawn timer. They do need to move fast, and they do need to start getting these kills. Otherwise, Fable will just hold out in the end. Lucent all here on this side of the map. They've called it. They're not having any of it. They need to start moving out, rotating and setting up. But the pinch is coming through very quickly, and Lucent, they're not getting away that easily, at least. No, pinched in that room, and now in the blink of an eye, we're seeing Fable are on the assault, and they've got all the position in the world, and it's almost a little bit too transparent from Lucent Esports. I think Fable read that very well, but having said that, Lucent were unfortunate to not get off and you know, out of with something in that defense. Marsh in a very, very big 1v from Totty, but he's got his mate to back him up, and so does Totty. Totty does recognize that and does get out of there. Good play from him, and he's going to put... I don't know what quite happened there. If he had a shotgun, he could have tried to get that kill, but Krim backs off the cover, and now we see the Lucent team rotating onto the home hills, I believe. Yes, they are indeed. Good play from them, good rotation. Well, put some personal legend is Cougars was just waiting for him to go down just to throw the smoke. Revive, can it come through? No. I imagine he was spamming X at that point to try and pick him up as quickly as he could, but it just didn't work out for him. Phelpsy was able to get the meat shield in time, and now Cougars has an even worse scenario in front of him. Shoots down the meat shield. Hydron keeps his distance. Phelpsy goes wide with the shotgun. As smart as that player is, that is as smart as you can play that situation. Cougars will get dropped. Clinical stuff here from Fable, and we've seen it so many times. Craze taking down 2, Fortons and Totty, and now, just like that, the tables have turned. Fable are on the assault to the Lucent home hill, and Craze there with the move. It takes down Cougars. Krim takes down Legend, and I think that's looking like it's going to be a Fable round. That's a great backup from Craze, and Marsh takes down Totty. Round 1 to Fable. Valiant effort, of course, from Lucent as they try to go for the triple cap. But yeah, I like that word actually, Darko, transparent, right? Fable, they knew exactly what was going on. They held out in the end, and as soon as a few kills got stacking up, Lucent was like, okay, it's time to leave. At this point, they try to run. Unfortunately, they were pinched. They can't even leave at that point. You've committed to a very offensive strategy very early on. 10-second respawn time. That is such a risky play, and boy, did Fable take advantage and never gave Lucent another chance in that round there. Following that, Lucent really have to pick their plays. They do indeed, but you know, having said that, I do like the, I guess the, I don't know, the confidence, the ambition to be that aggressive. You know, even though it is 10-second respawn times, I like the aggression. I like the confidence. It is showing that Lucent are trying to match this Fable side, but you know, as we are seeing, it's not working out for them. Fable are just that much better, and now we see this 2v2 in this top control area. This is important. Marsh takes down Fractures, and he's going to take the 2. No, but Cougars does a great job there to take him, put him back. But Craze is just there, hoovering up the kills whilst he's that damaged, and he's now got a torque bow. I'd love to see some plays from him. I think he's got that one. Yes, he does. Great shot. And now we're seeing 3 members down from Lucent, and a torque bow in the hands of Craze. It's not a position you want to be in, Toby, and not at all. Not at all for Lucent, as they're still cleaned up. The spawns are staggered. It's this time Fable attacking the C hill, just following Craze through that rotation. So he's got that side of the map covered, leaving his team to do the dirty work as Marsh cleans up Cougar's great back A. The flank comes through. Immediately, Fable, they start cleaning up, and boy, they're doing it fast. Craze with the torque bow, meanwhile. Do not forget about him. That rotation and that passive movement across the map compared to the rest of his team was not in vain. Fantastic stuff from Fable.
I've said it. It's so good from Fable when they get one kill and it's almost like it's a knock-on effect for the rest of the team. As soon as one person takes someone down from the opposition, it's almost like 3 other kills follow it. And when that's happening every single moment in a map, it's just so hard to go up against. They're just so in sync, this Fable team. It's almost like they're telepathically engaged with each other, and it's brilliant to see. I love it. It's very, very exciting for the major event that's coming up, but let's see if Lucent have got a reply. This 2v2 area and this control room is a very important fight as we've seen so far. The talk bow up there. We're just going to see Fable, Crazed and Marsh just take their time, pick their opportunities, pick their moments.
Crazed, great movement. We're following him into this next round here. He's actually going to get downed. A little bit of an overextension here as Marsh didn't seem to be able to put in enough damage to help him with that. Nice little pullback from Lucent.
Confidence here from Marsh.
Great bounce. If he can take 1 kill, even in this scenario, it would have been great. Really did test out Lucent there, or test Lucent. Cougars, talk bowing from up top. Even Hydron shoots back. The confidence evident in Fable's gameplay right now, already flanking round to stop this talk bow in its tracks. Cougars is trapped. Then again, there's a potential pinch here.
He's got to hit
just
it.
Go around the corner and find Hydron. Great timing, but Phelpsy does push through, and it's now going to be a 2v1. Hydron straight into the gun, and he gets the kill.
Straight into the gun indeed. Almost a bullet himself. He gets taken out very swiftly. Hydron almost knew that he was going on the cover. Great play from him there, and now Fable are in the perfect position just to set up and put gradual pressure on that A hill that is also Lucent's home hill. It'd be interesting to see how they're going to deal with this Lucent. They need to do something because this is looking like a steamroll at the moment, Toby. What can they do? That's the question.
2 Lucent players have been hanging around in this incinerator for a long time, and they've still got control room as well, have Fable. So now Lucent, they do finally move. They rotate all the players essentially for the very least over to this home street. So they are banking on getting a few kills here. With that numbers advantage, they need to move fast before Fable react, as you are sure that they will. They do get the kills indeed. They get C, they get incense, and actually a huge flank from Cougars. He's going around the spawn, and it seems to have worked as he gets 2 kills there. And a little bit of an extension from Phelpsy as he tries to mirror the same exact play here.
I do like that from Lucent. That's a great rotation, and it's paid off, Toby. Paid off indeed, and now we see
the smarts, though, honestly.
The smart.
He's still just sneaking around the entire map with his back to the enemy spawn, and he's now breaking A, ensuring that no triple cap funny business can occur if they were to actually lose C.
I do love that. Phelpsy is such a smart player, and he's definitely the rock of this Fable team. You know, he is the captain, he's the leader, he's everything that you know, he gives all the information that this Fable team needs when it comes to the rotations and everything like that. So he is proving why he is that leader of this very, very strong Fable side. And I was going to say, Toby, maybe they were around that incinerator because they were cold.
Potentially so.
But now they're cold because they're losing, and now Fable are coming in with the 2-cap, and A needs to, well, they need to break something here, because if they keep it like this, they are going to lose out on points. Legend doesn't decide where he's going to go. They need to make a rotation fast. They can't really do anything when Hydron's hitting Torquebow bullets like this, and he gets the second. Great shot from him. Look, he's blind-fired that. I think, oh, no, I thought it was going to kill Cougars then. 3-0 to Fable.
3-0 to Fable indeed. It just seems like they're playing as they usually do, and that is nothing but flawless Gears of War gameplay on offer for us today. I mean, who would have doubted them? Such a clinic that they put on each time that they play. We've mentioned it before, that they treat it with such seriousness, these tournaments. You think maybe not, but no. They are taking it to Lucent Esports here. And, yeah. I mean, what is there to say at this point, honestly? I'm trying to think of a potential answer for Lucent Esports, but what is there to do when you can't be aggressive as you have been for the rest of the tournament, because you know Fable is just going to respond and throw a triple cap back at you? What is there left?
The only thing we can really do here in this situation, Toby, is just, you know, appreciate how good Fable are playing at the moment and how much, you know, you look at this Lucent team, they have just beaten the likes of Fable Sentinel and how much they're making them look like such an inferior team. Crim getting a kill there on Totti. And again, this is such a big fight, but Lucent do take that. That's a good start. And we did see this in that last map, didn't we? We saw that, you know, Fable went 3-0 up and Lucent just got that round. And what they need to do with that, if they do win this, is just build a little bit of momentum, build a little bit of, you know, let's go, guys, let's do this. I mean, you never have me as a coach because I'd sound weird, but they need to do something. The overextension here. Crim does go down, but Hydro does take down Vortons. They don't need to be too rational, and then they see that look, they do rotate back and try and gauge a little bit of position, so do not worry about it. Lucent are playing it smart.
Indeed they are. The triple cap fails, but they do ensure that they hold on to B and relative map control. Marshall already progressing it in that sense down the home street, getting the down on Legend, straight into the shotgun of Fractures though, as he punishes him for exactly that. Gets the double, and Crim is the last man alive. No deaths, I'd be screaming right now for Lucent Esports as Crim falls. They need to start moving, take advantage of the numbers in some shape or form. You can see Cougar's already thinking about just that, overextending with that torque bow. Here comes Hydron, does get the break as well. It's basically a 4v1 at this point in time. Can Lucent put the round on the board? They've tried so hard in getting it. They just need a few more shotgun kills.
They do indeed, and you know, I think that's a bit of a questionable decision. Questionable decision there from Cougars, because he had his shotgun out and he was trying to get him, trying to kill him from there. But this is great. This is great play from Lucent. They are slowly getting the swarm domination. Can Fable regain this? Can they defend? No. But Cougars hitting his shots, takes down Hydro. Phelps goes down, and that is a round to Lucent Esports. But they do need to take the momentum, as I said from you, as I said to you, Toby, in this last map. You know, this happened, we saw this. Fable went 3-0 up, Lucent got one round back, but there was nothing that came of that. No momentum was built. What I want to see now happen is I want to see Lucent Esports build on this. I want to see them gain a little bit of momentum. I want to see them get a little bit hyped. And I want to see them push forward and really give it to the Fable lot.
And once again, the initials do play an important part, right? Lucent, whenever they've won that control room battle, and fair play for them to do it, doing it twice now in this game, they've looked very strong. They've actually acted upon that quite successfully, haven't they? And that's actually led to a round win straight away from that, as they maintain control and keep Fable on reacting to them, which is a state that you do kind of want. It's a very difficult one to deal with, but they still stuck it out in the end and did go for that triple cap and win that war of attrition. It's a block at B now, and it's going to continue to be a 2v2 shotgun battle up top. But are Lucent going to win again? Let's find out as we're on board with Crazed.
Yes, find out indeed. Crazed, you know, this 2v2 fight upstairs has been very, very imperative to anyone who's won that round. And yeah, great shot there from Fractures. He's showing a little bit of disrespect to Crazed. I like that. Still not, you know, don't fear this team. Have no respect for them. And now they have got the torque bow, and he is trying to fire shots to help the Lucent Totti put some pressure on this. And this is good here from Lucent. What a great torque bow shot there from Fractures. I like that. Legend takes down Crim, and look, we're in a swarm domination. Hydron is by himself. I think he's pre-aimed that, and he's got that. That's a great shot there from Fractures. Well played, Totti. Maybe
at this point in time, I'd be saying just push, just get those kills. Crazed is sitting back for a reason. It's because he's trying to delay as much time before he commits to this fight. Fractures does get the kill on Totti, of course, but Totti gets 2 kills just before that. The damage might have been done, and it has. Cougars with the incense at the end. It's 2 rounds now to Lucent. They have 2 on the trot.
Are we questioning it, Toby? Are we questioning it? Questioning it? Is this exactly what Lucent needed to come back into this game? Is this exactly what Lucent needed to come back into this game? They've just won round 5, and now we are seeing them slowly creep back in. And what a round. What we saw there, that torque bow shot. Totti getting the 2-piece there at the end as well. Great play from them. And are we questioning? Are we saying that maybe Lucent come back into this?
Down to the initial again, of course, and Fable, you know, they've admitted, all right, they're good with a torp bow. Let's take it out and put the nades there instead. And fair enough, the battle up top will maintain itself for that 2v2. Cougar's a little bit aggressive, perhaps, as Fractures was even throwing a smoke at that time, nowhere near to help out. And of course, Fractures will eventually get taken out. Fable not taking any chances there.
No, not at all. And look, Fable, Marsh taking down Fractures. Fortons does go down as well, but Legend does pick up a kill of his own. And now he can maybe progress forward, but he's in a world of hurt, but he has got his mates to back him up. That was very good there from Lucent. I liked that support that they gave to take down Hydron, and they have got Fable's home hill, but I don't think they have got it for long as Phelpsy comes in, charged, running it. Whoa! He's just dodged there from the incendiary grenades with a Matrix stuff going on there from Phelpsy. I like that, but on the other end, Craze has naded Cougars back into oblivion, and this is back and forth this round. I think that maybe Fable are a little bit shaken up that Lucent taken those last 2 rounds, maybe.
Starting to be very aggressive, that's for sure. Phelpsy stretching his legs, great shotgun kill over the cover as Totti is eventually damaged out, and Phelpsy keeping up the pressure, immense pressure of that as the Sea Hill is broken. Triple cap time for Fable, you'd argue. Fortons needs to get in there fast, he does. Phelpsy holds his shot despite the smoke, perfectly done. Cougars left alone. Nice double kill, making it triple. We see you, Cougars. You do need to get 2 more kills, though, potentially. If your teammates do not help out, they roll in. Fractures gets the kill. 1v1. And Cougars, this is why he's been the star for Lucent, as he enables a team wipe against Fable.
What a great play there from Cougars. He is showing up. He does not want to come in second place. Obviously, he's hungry for it. And that's a great quadruple kill there from him. That may be in the top 5 plays of the tournament, who knows? But now, look, see, Lucent have got the position, 2 caps in place, and this is great for them to get a couple of points on the board and catch up Fable on the scoreboard. Fable just sitting back on their home with Hydron just hovering over B, trying to make a decision of where they're going to go, and I think they are going to rotate on the home side.
Angle.
Yeah, there we go. And that's a great angle there from Fractures. He's just giving his support to his team to ensure they do try and take down these 3 Fable members who are being a little bit aggressive on this incendiary part of the map. I don't know why he's turned that on. There's no one in there, just to keep them warm as they swarm and travel over to the Lucent home hill.
Yeah, I mean, you can just wait it out now. It is blocking one potential path to the Sea Hill, but, you know, Fable can just wait out. But I say that, Cougars does rotate all the way around to the other side just to get the down on Craze. Fable quickly revive each other to keep themselves in this relative scenario. Cougars goes for the back A. Craze times it perfectly, and it's almost like clockwork as he pushes now. 1 kill. Gonna clean up Legend as the hard aim is ready and waiting for when the revive comes through. Phelpsy picks up Incense as well. Certainly not looking good for Lucent on that end, but they do have control of B, but for how long?
It's all up to Fortons. He's in a very bad position, and nades are coming in, lots of bullets are coming in, shotgun bullets are coming in. Fable Cream takes him down. And I almost feel like when I see Fable descend on the home hill, I feel like singing, Fable boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? And that's Fable's round.
You're going to stop looking at me like that, mate. I know you're expecting a reaction, but I can hear the crowd. They're enjoying you singing. But nonetheless, it's the end of the first half. And it's 4-2 to Fable. It could have been 3-3.
I had to get that in, Toby. I apologise. But no, yes, 4-2 Fable, and they are looking very good when the push comes to shove. Lucent, they did have a couple of opportunities to maybe give Fable something to think about, but Fable, nonetheless, good at just, in the blink of an eye, changing the scenario. So now we're going to see that 2v2 shotgun fight. The hills have changed, by the way. Cougars takes down Marsh, and he takes down Crazed, but Marsh does trade with Cougars in the process. Fractures has got the button. I think he's going to press that as well, just to ensure. Well, no, he's not sorry. He doesn't need to. Totti does take down Phelpsy, and he does take down Crim as well. And now Lucent are looking very good in this position on the map. Toby, what are your thoughts?
Hydron looking, but not a great position. It's very easy to angle out the pillars. Hydron's aware. He will go down. I'm sure his teammates will be up close quick enough to revive. I would expect it quicker than that. Cougar's trying to see if he can take advantage, but he's back over that wall. Nope, I'm not having any of those Lancers. It does get down in the process. Hydron is back to full force once again as he pushes in for those remaining kills. Fracture's able to pick up 1 kill elsewhere, but the Fable steam train continues rolling in the second half. Fortin's running for cover.
They're like a pack of wolves just running at people, but together it's so great to see. They support each other all the time, but as I say that, Graves does get taken down by Cougars yet again. Cougars having a fantastic series so far. And he's Fractures is feeling a bit confident. He's going to go try and take the 2v1. He has got his mate to back him up. It's a very, very important fight on the map. Phelpsy takes him down, and he takes down Fractures as well. Great play from Phelpsy. But on the other side of the map, Cougars again taking a very important 1v on Marsh, and just allows Fable not to, well, allows Fable not to take a full position on the map. So Cougars now left by himself. He has got a very, very important 2v1 that he has to probably get away from, because he is very, very damaged, and he does go down. Kraze does take him down, and now Fable looking very good. You just see the kills coming into the map, and Fortins is in a very bad position. Where do they go? They should choose somewhere. Kraze goes down, and Hydro's there just to pick up Legends and take him down. His head flies off, rolls further away from his body, and now Kraze is just trying to descend upon the Lucent home hill. But I don't think they need to do anything, Toby. You know,
they've done the hard work.
They've done the hard work. All they need to do, maybe just get the E hill, relax, and just regain position. And they are going to catch up on points with Lucent Esports. Good round so far from Fable.
Lucent, of course, off respawn. Finally, after a huge stagger goes on from Fable, moving across the map, as you said, like a wolf pack. Totty gets the kill on Hydrone. That could be a sign of things to come as the pinch starts to come through for Crazed. Krim gets a kill elsewhere, and Krim gets 2 kills elsewhere. And that's exactly what you need when you have a little bit of a score lead. You do need to keep up the pressure. The result, Totty getting pinched from the other side of the map, and Fable start wolf packing up again, pressing the button just to prevent that E break. Of course, that's required at this point in time, and it may be required, of course, from Lucent, but they also need to defend their home hill in the process. So, you know, Fable, once again, flawless.
Could ask you, Toby, you know, you're the intelligent guy out of the two of us.
Well, thank you, mate.
100%.
I guess you're the entertaining guy, right?
I'd like to, well, I'm doing my best. Toby, what's going wrong? What positions on the map? Where's it going wrong here for Lucent? Why is it that they're getting a little bit of position, but Fable are just, you know, just taking the round?
I think Fable are just one step ahead at all times, right? Lucent, they've seemed strong, and as strong not only when they do, of course, get those initials, but also when they press across the map and really limit Fable's options. If you give Fable the opportunities, they're going to take advantage, right? And as such, a power weapon up top, yeah, I like that. As frag grenades actually in the control room. Yeah, I'd like to talk about, to be honest. Fable actually used the frag grenades to replace them last time. So that's a bit odd for me. Honestly, I'd love to see a talk bow aiming at that E hill. Well, and to be honest, that's the best bet, and has been so far, winning up top. They've looked their best from there. So why not have a talk bow to abuse that? Definitely,
I do agree with you. I'd like to see a bigger weapon being placed down. But this 2v2 fight, as we've seen before, we'll say it once again, it's so important. Fractures does do a great job in taking down Crazed, and Marsh does get taken down as well, and this is a good position here for Lucent Esports. They have got 4 members down of the Fable team, and Krim is by himself, and he gets taken down as well. I wouldn't be surprised if I would see Lucent Wolfpack onto the home hill, but they're going to have to be cautious in the process.
One thing the frag grenades is good for, however, is if you get to this situation as you try and collapse on the D hill. Not been the case just yet, but, you know, a very simple frag grenade could blow up essentially 3 or more players as they try and come out of respawn onto that very limited cover on that back wall. So, something definitely to consider going forward. I think Cougars had that in mind, in hindsight.
They did.
And obviously they didn't fancy what they saw. Respawn time, relatively low, so rightfully so. Pulled back and ready to challenge the next spawn wave of Fable, as difficult as that might be.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. It's very, very difficult, I'm sure, and if you're a player, it's even more difficult. Cougars here is left by himself. I think Fable are just going to rotate. He has got a nade there. I think that might nearly have killed Craze. I think Craze did a great job at getting out of that, and now Cougars is very, very weak. He has got the other Lucent member here to back him up. That is in the form of Fortins. He does take down one, and now it's a 2v1. Phelpsy does a great job to get that shot off, but it's not enough. Cougars taking down Phelpsy, and now Lucent, as I said again before, they are descending on Fable's home hill, or not actually. Cougars had to decide, maybe actually ease the play, but as I say that, Legend and Totty take down Hydro and Krim, and this is a good position for Lucent to be in, right? They're 20 points up, and looking good.
This is great from Lucent. They're starting to rotate across the map. Cougars has been very aware of actually the E hill, despite winning up top. He's not flying at the D hill straight away. Instead, they're just working on containing this opposition. They've got a score lead. It is going into the latter quarter now of this round, potentially. And Lucent Esports, they maintain the position. Fable have another chance yet again to break this one. But Lucent, they just need to hold on to their nerve and take this opportunity at this round.
Yeah, they do indeed, and they don't need to do anything. As I said, I've said this before so many times, this event, and they don't have to do anything too rash. All they've got to do is just hold this lead. They are 10 points away, and Hydrone and Krim are taking down Totti, and I think Hydrone is going to decap this, and oh, but it's just not enough, and Lucent do take that round, and we are now seeing a 5-3 scoreline, much closer, much more competitive than the last map.
Yep, well played equally so across the entire breadth of the Lucent team there. Good positioning. Fable had many goes at breaking that setup, but failed, and that's not something you see often. No, not even a single break or setup, rather, can be held against this team many times. Not that many times over. Anyway. No, marks are placed down in the power room and security office in particular. Fable, of course, placed that one. Many good players in Fable with that weapon. Lucent equally so have used it to great extent in the times that they have used it.
Indeed. Indeed, it's such a powerful weapon as well. Like you say, if it's in the right hands, it is such an advantage to have a great marksman player. And let's see if it can be put to good use. Sorry, Marsh here in the 2v1, he does get taken down. And now I think Lucent have. Well, I don't know what Cougars has done there. That's a questionable decision. He's taken out his mate in the process, and that is not what you need. But as I say that, this is a good thing.
Wow.
Krim coming in, he does take two, but he gets taken down by Fortons. Cougars, I question the mindset, I question the composure. What was he doing there to take down his mate in that scenario? But nonetheless, it's worked out. They have got the 2 cap. And now Fortons, Cougars just needs to get out of there. Great nade, I like that, but it hasn't worked out. Hydrone takes him out in the back, and now Fracture's in a very bad position, 3v1. And I think they're going to press the button as well. Maybe that means that they're going to rotate. Well, I don't know why. I was going to say, yeah, why have they done that? But I think maybe it's because they're going to make a push towards the home hill side. Although, yeah, having said that, there are 3 Fable members towards the towards the in-ring hill, and they do decap it though. So maybe a good play. The points are very, very.
I mean, Fable had 3 members up in control room, right? Hydron's pressed the button, I assume, to stop a push going down as easily on that side, just so Fable have time to rotate. It's the simplest solution, but nonetheless, you have to look to the situation right now. Fable, they have rotated, right? They've only got Fractures left alive to take out because they've done such a great job at taking down the rest. How fast they flew across the map, and already Craze is on cue to start the triple cap, blinking in front of us.
Yeah, he is indeed. And look, you've got the marksman in the side as well with these Lucent team members that are trying to defend. It's all hands to the deck here for Lucent because they don't want to go 6-3 down. That's not a position to be in, but they are doing a good job though. I like the team fire. Fortons does take Marsh, and I think they have just defended by the skin of their teeth, or should I say, the thread of the woolly socks that they're wearing today. Now we see Craze is just going to rotate back. But nice Fable are up on points, and but a good button press there to ensure the E-Hill isn't decapped. So very close stuff here from Lucent. Very close stuff, Tobes.
Lovely bouncing from Fortons. Opens himself up to a back A on right hand. By the book, certainly. But Fable, they remain with the score lead. One more round could be all that's necessary to separate themselves from the opposition and ensure a grand final victory. Fortons starts flying through. The angles and positioning too good, evidently, from Fable to allow him to fly through that easily. Cougars flanking round again. Not able. Oh, he is able actually to pick up a kill. Where are you, Cougars? You need to start flying, and he does. Gets the one other, but it's not quick enough, unfortunately, for him. Fable, they are on match point. Championship point of that, Darko. Couldn't be more deserved at this point.
Couldn't be at all. When you see, look at the stats there. Lucent, there's only 3 members of the Lucent team that have actually got over 10 kills, and that's not a position to be in. But look, Fable, championship point, like you say, and this is going to be huge. Lucent are going to know that, and they are We are in the last potential round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how this goes. Lucent, all hands to the deck, as I said before. Let's go into this one, Toby.
Incense between the two home hills. Marksers and frag grenades. Not powerful weapons by any stretch of the imagination. But the strategy remains the same, at least up top. Could this be the last initial we see, I wonder? As Lucent have done a better job, honestly, at this initial than Fable. They have consistently won up here now. Fortin's picking up a kill on Hydron as well. Legend picking up the Incense along with Cougars the nades. So a good start from Lucent on paper, but immediately Fable are answering back.
They are indeed, and we've seen that so classically from Fable. They love, as soon as one player goes down, they always take someone else out on the other side of the map, and they've just showed just that. And now we have D and E in the hands of Fable, and this is a great position to be in if you're Fable. I don't think they need to do anything too rash, and look at this. Lucent, they need to do something. They need to have a little bit of oomph about them if they're going to do anything about making sure Fable don't get this win, this championship. This is first versus second, potentially going either one of which ways, and that's a wildwood nade there from Cougars.
2 frag grenades utilized. Phelpsy has gone down. It could have been a potential kill right there, using that frag grenade as a guaranteed pickup of that. Marsh already set with the angles. Cougars getting lit up by Lanta Fire, but does a good job of getting all the way back. The point scenario fairly level, pretty much level at this point in time. So no rush from either team necessary at this point in time. But you can see Fable pushing up a little bit. Cougars does get the revenge in that sense by picking up the kill. He demands more respect as he goes for a second one. He goes around the flank. Fable forced into action as they try and get around this pinch, as Cougars once again clinical in actually taking out the full team essentially of Fable, as only Hydron is left alive. He's forced to overextend just to prevent a triple cap opportunity. Great movement. He should be down already, but no, the movement is helping him with that. Lucent need to start getting the kills, though, indeed. They finally do take out Hydron, and now they can look towards D. Are they going to go for it, though?
Just the movement there from Hydron, just to pick that out, is just absolutely exceptional stuff. The guy, I'm sure someone needs to look at his controller, because honestly, it just seems like he's got 15 buttons when he presses one. It's incredible stuff from Hydron, and now Phelpsy is on the assault. Craze takes down Fractures. Vortons does reply by taking down Krim, and look, Phelpsy here, he's in a good position to try and pick off this E-Hill. And that is the button there from Lucent. I like that, but Craze does take the 2. Legends of Fortons do go down, and now Lucent are 3 members down, and I think Fable are going to try and capitalize on this. Cougars is the only hope. Craze decides to back off just for a moment. Hydro does go down, but Marsh takes down Totty, and I think Cougars is going to go leave the home. He'll go all the way, take that kill. He does do just that, and now Marsh is looking like he's going to try and get the 2 people. Well played from Cougars. He's always been the one to help them, or to save them in those scenarios. Well played again, and Lucent are up here. They are up by 7 points. I know it's a very minor point difference, but they just need to maybe decap something, Toby, and they'll be in a prime position.
Well, certainly would be of benefit here, Krim on his own in the control room. Cougar's not got support, and Krim actually, he's being a bit more smart about this scenario. He's trying to go towards that F-hill. He understands there might be a cap issue here, so he's overextending just in case, letting Cougars chase him down as Hydron meets up. Great chemistry evident on show here by Fable, as they will surely take advantage of this if they actually get control of the E-hill. But no, Totti's done a great job of surviving. Not only that, getting kills too. Phelpsy enters the mix with Totti. He says no, the round is not over just yet, as Lucent captured not only their E-hill, but are they going to capture their F-hill? I'm surprised. Krim is still alive as well, causing havoc on the F-hill. It's just so hard for Lucent to even close out a round when up against such players. 205, this will be a Lucent round. It is certainly not over just yet.
It's not over just yet, and Fable are going to have to wait a little bit longer before they start popping the parties. Popping the party off, and the poppers.
How many P's can you fit into one sentence?
That was a bit of a tongue twister. I don't know what I meant there, but they're going to have to wait a little long before the party starts. Fable, Lucent taking that round, and now we see 6-4. No, no. We're going to say wait a little longer. But no, great play there from Lucent. They just edged that out at the last second. I liked the rotation.
Indeed.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a hard-fought victory, and I liked the rotation there from Lucent just to get it. And look at that. 31 kills from Cougars, 24 from Totti. Cougars has just been such a pinnacle.
He's an animal.
He's just been
this many kills against
part of their
Fable as
Fable.
well. It's even more difficult to do so than in previous matches he's played, but he's remained consistent throughout this entire tournament. And boy, does his team need him now to continue on in this grand final. It's not undoable by any stretch. It's not impossible. Lucent again starting off strong in this.
I don't know what he's done there.
Marsh dodges frag grenades. Unlike his teammate Cougars, he nades that man, and Marsh is somehow the victor. And he runs over now towards the D-hill. His teammates joining him.
And I think this could be it, ladies and gentlemen, that Lucent Esports are in a very dodgy position, and I think this is going to be the trip cap. Legend is the only hope, but his mates are there. They have spawned up. They need to get in this hill very quickly. Phelps, he takes out his own teammate. That's definitely going to work in the favor of Lucent Esports. They do just about hold on.
All against the back wall.
All
a frag grenade and Incend, throw it in. But of course, there's nothing but their teamwork in front of them. And Lucent, they have a decision to make. Are they going to wrap around knowing that the powerhouses in Fable? Marsh and his teammate to his left can get going at any point in time. Phelps, you can see just lurking. He knows there's a down in that power room. But no, he keeps himself at bay, knowing that Lucent already flying across the map. Hydrone rotating round as well. But Lucent thankfully lived to fight another day. But look at the points top left. Fable have got a lot into this round already.
They have indeed. And I was just going to say that Fable surely can't let Lucent come back into this again like they did the last round when it was so close to being a trip cap domination. It will definitely be quite disheartening for Fable if I'm a Fable man. After seeing the last round especially as well, that if they do let them come back into this after being so close to a trip cap domination. But as I say that, Hydrone does take down Fractures, and look at the team fire from Lucent Esports. That's fantastic stuff. Cougars taking down Hydrone.
Ooh,
but what?
What a back A!
What a back A!
Can't even see his gun at that point.
From nowhere!
Fantastic stuff, Marsh. Couldn't expect any less. Widely regarded as one of the best players in the world at this point in time is this up-and-comer. He cemented himself as one of the best players, certainly in the European region, if nothing else. And he is going to pick up the frag grenades and even tag one. That was close. That smoke grenade almost blew up that frag grenade in Marsh's face. And that would have been quite funny, actually.
That would have been very funny.
Praise. Nonetheless, look at the top left, folks. Fable could be closing out here and now. Such a huge score lead. Marsh throws a frag grenade. He gets a shotgun kill instead. Great shotgun in from Fortons. But you feel as though it is all but over for the underdog. Fable are your champions once again. Fantastic stuff from them.
And this has been an example of the best Gears team we have seen on all titles in the EU. And it's fantastic stuff. They're just so brilliant. They're so clinical. And they take home the trophy from EGL London. It's brilliant to see. And to be honest with you, Toby, was it hard?
Didn't seem like it. Fist bumps all round nonetheless.
In the words of Frank Sinatra, they did it their way though. And we love to see it.
Yes, they did. Hydrone, of course, standing in front of us along with the rest of the team. And boy, oh boy, fantastic stuff from them. I mean, what is there to say, honestly? Such a brilliant team, prove it again. Lucent, fair play on Forge Blitz. They got quite a few rounds there against the opposition. A difficult thing to do, of course, but let's think about this for a second. The one thing that stood out to me there in that grand final, not only did Lucent actually get to the grand final, they also put a good fight up also in that control room, consistently winning in there, Darko.
Consistently winning. But Fable are just so strong. They're just so strong in every single area of the map. It was just almost like they had a strategy for everything. Anything that Lucent was throwing at them, they were just soaking up the pressure and you know, doing something a little bit different just to make sure that they were throwing Lucent off. It was just I said it after that first map. It was almost like to Fable, Lucent were just so transparent. They just didn't. There was nothing they were doing differently. They predicted every single move that Lucent were making. I mean, yes, Lucent in that last map they put up a fight, 4 rounds, right? That's a fight, you know. And it was it was very exciting to see Lucent get a couple of rounds in those clinical or those key scenarios. But in the end, Fable, too strong.
Fable. One word. Fable. I mean, commiserations, of course, to Lucent. They played extremely well to get to this point. You've got to give it to Cougars, though. How many times have we mentioned that name? Definitely more than anyone else in this tournament. Of course, it's usually the Fable show. It is the Fable show, many would argue, but Cougars, he has set a precedent here as one of the best 1v1 players of all time. He was, for me, the most important factor on that initial that we just spoke of in that control room.
100%.
So consistent throughout. He has made a name for himself this event. Definitely has at past, but now he's definitely seen as one of the best players in the whole of Europe.
Well, I imagine that Lucent Esports are going to carry on after this event. You know, second in EGL London is a fantastic achievement, you know, given how strong Fable are. And I see a bright future for Lucent Cougars, a very, very bright future. Yeah. I would, you know, after that performance, I would love to see them in America one day competing in the major tournaments. And I'm sure, you know, if they continuously play like that and Cougars does things like that, they will be. And he'll get to do it on the main stage. He'll get to do it on the big, the American dream. He'll get to do it there as well.
There's also the pro point consideration. You know, it's funny you mentioned North America. They've taken second place, which is a big leap up in terms of pro points and, of course, prize money there over Fable Sentinel. So definitely something to consider as well once we crunch the numbers. But folks, let's throw it over to the main stage with Chris Tunn. He's got one of the Fable members on there.
Thank you very much, boys. I've ended up here with Rubik's because the boys have apparently lost their voices. I don't really know what's going on, but what a performance from the boys once again coming in here, the undoubted kings of Europe. How have you seen them progress since you've got a hold of them and being the coach in this team?
I mean, honestly, the boys are just incredible on their own right. I'm just coming here to try to compliment and add to what how great they are already. So just looking forward to preparing for New Orleans, and also with all the new roster changes with all the other NA teams, I think we'll come in a lot stronger than people are expecting.
Cool. There was a little bit of trash talk between you boys in the final. Do you think there's any bad blood between these lot and the Lucent boys?
No, it's just, I mean, nothing personal, of course. It just probably comes down to like, you just got to prove yourselves, you know, and then sometimes it gets to people. That's how it goes.
So how are you all feeling going in New Orleans? Feeling really positive around the camp?
Oh, of course. I'm very confident in these boys, and I definitely think we'll hopefully be able to bring them the championship.
Excellent. Well, we all wish you luck here at EGL, and that's going to be it. Your champions of EGL London. Oh, Fable. Give it up.